Yes, it is the dreaded Monday. It is May 23rd, 2022, and when you are hearing this, it is about 3 p.m. Greeley, Colorado time. How's everybody doing so far? I know Mondays are a little stressful, a little, you know, just odd, I shall say. I mean, it's Monday. I mean, coming out from a nice weekend, which I hope you guys did have a nice weekend, and start with a Monday, I tell you. Mondays are always the roughest. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. But anyway, how the heck is everyone? Everybody doing well? I did okay. My weekend was all right. It was laid back. A lot of it, majority of it, was just sticking to my mom's pill schedule, and that's working fine. I'm on a different pill schedule now. So starting at 4 p.m. this afternoon to about 8 p.m. this evening, I give mom her medication. Then I'm going to bed. Then I have to be up at 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and give her medication. So it's every 2 hours. So you have what, four? Yeah, 4, 6, 8. So that's okay. That's just what it is. And it's okay. I'm getting better with it. It's just yeah. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, my sleeping's been on and off. So I'm hoping maybe this flip of a schedule let me sleep a bit better these days. But other than that, I'm doing well. So does anybody have any plans this week? Anything exciting? I think I have two things going on, and I think both of them are equally exciting. Wednesday, I'm going to visit one of my former advisors when I was at Ames Community College for a cup of coffee. So that'll be nice to see her, catch up with her. Then Thursday, I got to drag my rear end to Fort Collins to OCR. I have like a appointment around 2, I think. I believe like 2:30. So I'll be up in Fort Collins getting tortured, getting my shoulder and elbow tortured. But you know, I, I mean, when I say torture, I mean that in a nice way. But man, I tell you what, even when I had my bad knees, they were like moving that knee. They're just, oh my gosh. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel because my whole left arm is very sensitive at the moment, but it'll be okay. I'll dig it out. Yeah, I sure will. But I'll be happy with it. And I'm pretty much to the point where I just need, in whatever conclusion, the orthopedist comes up with, that's pretty much, uh, I'm going to be making a choice that's good for me. So, gotta do what's right for me. But I'm willing, if I do knee surgery, which I'm pretty sure I do. Sorry, Royce. I know you're pulling not to have surgery. Sorry, buddy. But, which I'm pretty sure I will be having surgery. I already told myself, can we just wait for the surgery to happen till like mid-July, So at least I can enjoy a concert, a concert or two. At least I want to before that mumbo jumbo stuff starts, and it'll be okay. I'm not too worried about. I'm just glad because no, let's put it this way: the orthopedists I'm going to see are the best in Colorado. The best help me walk again. And you know what? The best can help me with this, so we're okay. All right. What else? No, I think that's about it for me for this week, I would think. And yeah. So everything's rolling fine. My siblings helped me out with a couple of things over the weekend. Got my toilet fixed finally, so that was nice. And yeah, I helped my sister clean the house earlier. And of course, my sinuses are just flaring right now because it's so windy over here. I don't know. I know it's like allergy season, but this time of year, oh man, my sinuses are just all over the place. It's like I have that nasal headache, congestion. It's just, that's okay. It's all good though. I'm not necessarily complaining. Well, maybe not here. Maybe when I'm done recording, I will. But yeah. But anyway, so I do have a thing of music news for you guys. And I forgot to bring this up on Friday. So I apologize. So Winona Judd. Okay, so as you know, Winona Judd is the daughter of the late Naomi Judd, right? And so Winona Judd, has plans to continue her tour, and this headline just caught my attention. Winona Judd, and this is called Deadline.com. Winona Judd will continue with planned Judd's tour to honor late mother Naomi. Guest stars announced. Now I'm really liking what she's doing. I know her and what's her sister's name? Ashley. I know they're hurting right now. I know it's killing them, but yeah, they're finding a way to still honor their mother during these hard times. And I just really admire the both of them. I really do. It takes a big heart to do something like this, especially when you're grieving. And pardon Smokey. I don't know what she's doing. If she knows I'm recording. Smokey, Smokey, Smokey. What am I gonna do with you, crazy girl? What am I gonna do? But anyway, and by the way, she's fine. We're still trying to figure her out. But anyway, so according to the website, Winona Judd will follow through with the previous announced upcoming tour she had planned with her late mother, Naomi Judd, and will continue a series of big name guest stars to participate, including Brandy Carlisle, Faith Hill, Lil Big Town, Martina McBride, Ashley McBride, and Trisha Yearwood. And here's a great quote from Winona. And I quote, I am humbled once again by the loyalty of the fans who have been with us for 38 plus years, who continue to show up for me when I need them the most, Winona said in a statement. I am grateful that we will continue to honor the Judd's legacy together. Oh man, I tell you what, this one, I mean, oh geez, excuse me, sciences, I tell you. But anyway, I tell you what, Winona, I really did admire her while I was growing up because she not only was she great performing with her mother, but she was also she carried herself as a solo artist and really watching her just perform. I mean, I missed the opportunity, obviously, but just I could say hearing her music and so forth, it's just she knows how to carry herself when she has to, and this is a great example of how she's willing to carry herself through this because that's what her mother would want. Her mother would want Winona to continue touring, and Winona, as broken as she is right now, she's picking up, gathering all the strength that she has to keep going. And Winona, if you hear this, sweetheart, I am so proud of you. I cannot tell you. It takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to keep doing what you're doing through this challenging time. So please know I'm still praying for you. I love you. You and your mother are heroes of mine in music. And yeah, yeah. And if you guys actually bring the tour down to Denver, I'll try and make it. I'll do that, especially for your mother. I would in a heartbeat, without a doubt. All right, so yeah, man, I love you, Winona. Keep it up, girl. It's gonna be okay. Take it one day at a time, girl. One day at a time. And boy, isn't that the truth? Just taking this one day at a time. It's the only way I could get through my stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I think that's kind of the only music news I have right now, oddly enough. It's still early in the week. I'm pretty sure, in a couple hours or a day after this uh episode, something will happen, but I'll catch up to that on Friday. But man, I'm really curious to see what Winona does, on this tour. I mean, it's like her heart's broken, but yeah, she wants to honor her mother so much, so much, and and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of wet eyes in that crowd. I mean, wet eyes. I mean, people are gonna be crying too, and I'm pretty sure I'll be one of them as well because the Judds were definitely one of the highlights of why I started liking country music. Oh, geez, I guess I do have some music news. It just popped in my mind. Bing. Well, it's been Cheyenne Frontier Days just announced that the Brooks and Dunn concert is sold out. And quite frankly, what is going on, people? Who knows what these people are doing? It's all right. And quite frankly, I'm okay with that. Well, not really, but I am okay with Brooklyn. It's just a matter of I don't know what's gonna happen personally. I'm like, I would love to go. Believe me, I would in a heartbeat. I almost won the tickets too, but then we're rolling my favor, and that's okay. But get this though, Brooks and Dunn mentioned on social media last week. They asked people what songs they should perform at Shine Frontier Days, and the one song that I mentioned was it's about being I'm from a big family, I'm 6 also 7. It's the song That's What It's All About. Hey, that's what it's all about. This is the life I couldn't live without. No, I couldn't live without. Oh man, that stands true to my family. We're very strong, close people. So yeah, it'll just mean a lot to me if they perform that. Well, then too, I can also look on YouTube see what they did. But anyway, yeah. So they're sold out. Dirk Bentley's just about sold out. Oh, and speaking of concerts, the Greeley Stampede. Bragg Paisley is not too far away from being sold out. I am so happy I got that ticket. Oh, that's gonna be a great show. I was playing some Brad Paisley music in the kitchen while I was cleaning earlier today, and there were a couple songs where I'm just kind of like just singing along. There's like a really good song by Paisley I really like is the song oh, I'm gonna miss her when I get home. I'm on this lake shore, standing in the sun. Yeah, that song. I'm gonna miss her. That's what the song is, the name of the song. But that's such a great one. It's humorous too. And here's a little fact about Brad Paisley. Did you know he's married to a former actress? Yeah. And get this, I'm pretty sure you've seen both these movies many, many times before. You ever seen the two movies, the Father of the Bride 1 and Father of the Bride 2? If you haven't, seriously go watch it. If you have, okay then. So in both movies, there's like, the daughter's the main focus in the movie. Well, the actress that plays the daughter in both movies is his wife, is Brad Paisley's wife. Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool actually. I'm like, oh wait, it's like really just like when I first learned about it, I'm like, oh really? Oh, I grew up watching her. Yeah, Father of the Bride movies. Yeah. That's her. And she actually has appeared in some of Brad Paisley's music videos as well. So but that's just cool fact. He's married to the actress who played the daughter on both Father of the Bride movies. So there you go. There's a little in case you didn't know fact. But anyway, yeah, and then also there's another show I've actually tried to catch at Stampede. I'm kind of hoping, it depends on where things go, but Mr. Cole Swindle, July 3rd, he's almost sold out, not quite, but almost. And I would love to see him. I've been a fan of Cole Swindle. Oh, geez, since he like first appeared as an artist, because he spent the majority of his time as a songwriter. By the way, that's my chair. As a songwriter before he turned to a country star. So he wrote songs and he worked himself up. And his first album, oh, that was a great album. I hope you get lonely tonight. That's good. It's a good song. Look it up. I hope you get lonely tonight. It may sound mean, but at the same time, it's kind of hopeful. All right. So before we go on to this afternoon's topic, a shout out goes to Royce in his TV show Royce in the House. I tell you what, great show last night, Royce. That was good. It's like the panel was awesome. Lou was on fire. Michael Nolan was on fire. Jeff was being a twit, which I'll get to in a moment. That's the reason why you said that on there. Just get, you understand what I want to tell you. Yes, he's a twit. But if only you knew, which you will know in a minute. But yeah, guys, Royce and the House, just a great show. There's very smart, very knowledgeable people. Oh, Dan McNew from Just the Facts was also a host on there, so you'll see him on there, and very knowledgeable people. I just love it. It makes me feel like I'm back in like the music classes I took at Ames, like the history of music classes. So I love it. I love it. Sometimes if I don't say anything in chats because I'm just listening or reminiscing to a moment that I caught during their conversation. So anyway, Royce in the House is live every Sunday on YouTube, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. my time, Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and 9:30 p.m. Standard Time. And he's just a great friend. He's a great friend. He's funny. And by the way, Royce, you need to wear that pink sock shirt next time we go live. I was laughing when Mike mentioned that this morning. I'm like, that would be funny. Okay, but before I switch topics to another shout out, so Royce, whatever Jeff said about food, at the end of last night's stream. Okay, Here's the thing. This all started, okay? And mind you, okay, you just bear with me. I'm being a pain in the butt to him on purpose too. But mind you, because I know Jeff Davison and I were talking on Facebook Messenger about the monkeys, and then word got out, I think in March, that there were the monkeys DVD TV show be on Blu-ray. Only 1,000 copies will be available, and I shared the post with Jeff. And soon enough, Jeff messaged me and says, I got the TV show. And I said, "Oh, that is awesome, great. Like, can you share it with me?" He goes, "No, no. I'm paying something a month for this TV show. No." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" I'm like, "I'm the one who told you about it. Deserve to see it. You're sharing it with me." Nope. Okay. This is where it gets really interesting, Royce. Just hang on, people, guys. Seriously, this is true. I'm not making this up. What happens behind the scenes? Oh man, if only you knew. And so, when Jeff and Dan went to Oklahoma, we're waiting to see Gene Paul at the Rock and Brew at the casino, and of course Gene Paul didn't show up due to the winds. And yeah, and of course, I'm sitting here in my air conditioning house, and Jeff, Facebook messages me and he goes, "Hey, he's whining. It is so hot. I'm sitting in my car. However, the AC/DC tribute band is good. It's good, but man, it's so hot." He's whining. It's so being the okay, little aggressor or whatever you want to call it that I am. Yeah, I said him. Yeah, I said, this is just me. I couldn't help it either. And it still also started the bickering back and forth. So it's true. And so I said, "You know what?" On Facebook Messenger, I replied, "You know what?" He goes, "What?" Yeah, I typed him, "I have air conditioning." And he and he just got mad. He's like, "That wasn't nice. You're mean. That is rude." And then of course started going back and forth. And then Mother's Day came around, I was telling him, "Hey Jeff, what you have for dinner?" He told me, he goes, "You know what I have for dinner?" He goes, "What?" "Steak." And he's like, "Damn you." Seriously, he went, "Damn you." So basically that's what happened. See, that's what happened. That's why he said it. It was sorry, I called him a twit in the chat, but when he made those food comments, I went straight to his Facebook Messenger and made a comment back. So I'm like, "Oh, you called me out, oh smart one." Ooh, I would be careful if I was you. So in reality, he just needs to let me share the monkeys TV show that I shared the post with him about. Because after all, he would have missed his chance to, not you. Of course, I'm acting like an idiot, but he missed. So like you would have missed his chance if I didn't share that post. So technically speaking, I have the right for him to share it with me, but he won't share. So Jeff Davison, we hear this from the wise words of the late Pure Torque back at 2001 concert. Eat dirt. Now, love you, Royce. Seriously, Royce, it's okay. It's friendly fire. It really is. It is friendly fire. It's just it's more like a sibling thing if you think about it that way. But I promise you, it's friendly fire. Yes, he's a twin. All right. So anyway, enough of that mama jump. On the next shout goes to Dan New from Just the Facts. I'll tell you what. Check out his videos on his YouTube page, Just the Facts / Ask Dan. I tell you what, knowledgeable guy. See, Keen Royce been to a lot of concerts, met a lot of artists. And speaking of Royce, you guys need to watch this past Sunday's yesterday's show, because he did part two. And I really like the story of how Royce was actually a part of November Rain music video for Guns N' Roses. Seriously, check that part out. That's cool. That's a good song. Nothing lasts forever. Okay. Anyway, shut up, Caitlin. All right. So, and Dan, he has great stuff on his YouTube channel. Check it out. And then my sister-in-law, Stefani's daughter, she has a business called Luca and Lily Boutique. I should be on top of these people. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a note that I need to pester my sister-in-law, see what she's doing. But I'm pretty sure she's kind of out at the moment because they were at a wedding in South Carolina yesterday. So, and you know what's the cutest little thing? You should see my nephew and niece. My nephew Luca, my niece Lily. You should see him. There was like this headbanging. Oh shoot, it was on Facebook too. It was like a headbanging rock song, and next thing you know, I see my nephew and my niece, right, and they just started to headbang, and everybody was just laughing up. They were the only people, only kids headbanging to the music, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. And of course, I'm watching the video and I start to headbang too. It's like, and I'm literally like, oh, I'll be headbanging with you guys without a doubt. It's funny. Well, literally they tried to headbang. It was like half headbanging. I don't think they wanted to headbang, but they tried. So it was, I won't even call it a headbang. It was, I don't know what it was, but it was pretty darn cute. All right, enough shout outs. All right, so as you know, ooh, sorry if I'm complaining, guys. My left shoulder is a little stiff at the moment, so bear with me on that. So on Friday, we discussed about songs that are alike. And get this, so remember how I told you guys that I wanted to look into Tom Petty and Sam Smith lawsuit? Well, on my phone, I picked it up. So, and really, it's over the simplest thing, too. Like, my gosh, it really is. Okay, so according to the Copyright and Hip Hop Project, the title is Sam Smith, Tom Petty, and Copyright Extortion. So here's the lowdown. This is a mediocre article, so bear with me. So in 2014, Sam Smith released the worldwide hit "Stay With Me," which, by the way, is a great song, which has sold nearly 3.5 million copies to date and won for Song of the Year at the 57th Annual Grammy Awards. Nearly 9 months after the song's release, Sam Smith gave songwriting credit and 25% of all royalty earnings surrounding the song to Tom Petty and Jeff Lane. But why? This is where it gets interesting, people. Check this out. So under the copyright law, independent creation of a new work is not infringement. Okay, let me rephrase this. Get back here. Under copyright law, independent creation of a new work is not infringement, no matter how similar the new work is to a pre-existing original. This means that if I happen to create a song that sounds identical to an existing song, but their similarities are pure coincidence, then copyright law has not been violated. So in this case, Sam Smith's "Stay With Me" sounds similar to Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down" 1989. Although Sam Smith says, and I quote, "It was a complete accident. Back then he was 22 years old. I was 22 years old. I have never listened to that song. This seems like a pretty clear case of coincidental likeness, other than just not more than it just does an illegal act of copyright." End of quote. So why would Sam Smith label agree to list Tom Petty as a songwriter of "Stay With Me" and give him potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars? Most likely, this was a pure business decision where the costs of paying off Tom Petty are weighed against the cost of litigation in court. Even if Sam Smith could win the case in front of a judge, taking a case like this to trial may cost much more in legal fees and in PR energy than it would to simply settle with Tom Petty out of court. Tom Petty refuted reports that he is simply shaking down Sam Smith by saying, quote unquote, "the word lawsuit was never even said, and it was never my intention," quote unquote, end of quote. Sadly, the situation is so obvious to all parties involved that the word lawsuit in quotation marks doesn't even have to be said. So, okay, so this is interesting. So if you just think about it. I know the song "I Won't Back Down" by Tom Petty. I won't back down. I won't stand my ground. Then you got "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith. Stay with me. Now think about it. I won't back down. Stay with me. Mhm. Okay, in my honest opinion, I think that's a little crazy, be honest, because I really don't see that much of a similarity. Sure, I mean, sure, Tom Petty always has that pause, you know, with "I won't back down," but I won't back down. Stay with me. I don't know. I don't see anything similar to that at all. I think it was a little crazy personally. That there was that Smith, sorry, Sam Smith, had to pay Tom Petty for it, but I don't know. Actually, and what do you guys think? You think there's a like similarity to it? No, stay with me. I won't back down. I mean, maybe something like that, but I don't think I don't think it's really an issue, really. I really don't because I think the musical structure in general is just well, different, really. I mean, also it's like a different music genre as well. And again, Sam Smith had no idea who Tom Petty was, so quite frankly, he doesn't even know what the song "I Will Back Down" was till he got sued. So I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyway, here's an article that argues Tom Petty songs are so basic that essentially all songs sound like Tom Petty songs. This is actually a really interesting article. I think this is pretty cool. So this is actually could be found on slate.com. That is back published in 2015. The real reason people keep plagiarizing Tom Petty. This is actually a really cool thing. I was reading it earlier. And maybe you guys can give me your opinions on this as well. Okay. It's a little bit of a long article, but oh well, so be it. Here we go. Tom Petty's copyright settlement with Sam Smith, announced Monday, marks at least the third time that Petty has heard similarities between his own songs and more recent hints by other artists. I think there's a reason this keeps happening to Petty in particular. His music is so simple that a song can hardly play with the building blocks of rock and roll without evoking a Petty hit. To be clear, this is the author. To be clear, I am a lifelong Petty fan, and I think the virtues of simplicity in any art form far outweigh the downsides. My dispute is with artists who claim ownership over the very paintings that everyone else has on their own palettes. You can't use Prussian Blue Man. That's Bob Ross jam. I okay, so get this. So the one note guitar riff that the Strokes supposedly stole from Petty's American Girl in their breakthrough hit last night is the musical equivalent of carbon, an element of the universe, hardly something you can copyright. Even if the Strokes were consciously inspired by Petty's song, you wouldn't call me a plagiarist if I began a poem with the word hark, because I know, because I like how it worked in Be a Wolf. Come to think of it, Petty's more like a musical Mark Rothko, in that he usually paints with only a few big splotches of solid color. Just because he's famous for doing it, does that really mean nobody else is allowed to? This is this is good. It's gonna get good. I like this. You guys will like this chick stuff. There are only a few ways you can arrange horizontal bars of blues on the canvas, just as there are only a few ways you can arrange basic major and minor triads into three chord riff. It doesn't take 1,000 monkeys typing at 1,000 typewriters for 1,000 years to duplicate the Mary Jane's Last Dance riff as Red Hot Chili Peppers did with Down in California. Good point. Now, the Vultures, David Marquez knows Petty was actually fine with the RHCP and stroke incidents. It was his fan who cried foul. So what made Tom Petty's publisher sick the lawyers of poor Solon Smith? I'm gonna say he's poor and sullen. All right. Again, this is the author, not me. I'll admit that the chorus melody of Smith Stayed With Me does share more than a few consecutive notes from the verse melody from Petty's I Won't Back Down. But a key factor to consider is the line is a result of a musical sequence. That's when one little bit of mandalic material called a motive is immediately repeated and transposed to a different pitch level. Well, I know that's right. It's Tom Petty's motive, which he repeats in sequence, and I've got just one life. For Sam Smith, it's Won't You Stay With Me, followed by Because You're All I Need in sequence. So, really, all we're talking about is the motive itself, and that's just me, sol, la, sol, me for you singers out there. I can't pronounce that. Sol, BG. A lot more songwriters are going to owe points to Tom Petty if he, in fact, owns the simple figure, which the figure, much less the idea of transposing it around in sequence. Yes, I've seen an incriminating mashup that digitally alters the tempo and the key of the two songs to make them catch and then layers them on top of each other. But man, I could find you a lot of songs that would be similarly simpatico, pardon me, with a few tweaks. This is rock and roll we're talking about. It's not that there's only one way to rock, as Sammy Hagar once asserted, but the ways are infinite, or finite, are infinite, finite, finite. Guess whatever you call that. So I'm guessing, uh, what? So I'm guessing, I mean, I can see his point because, it's like, if you really think about Tom Petty's career, he was basic. A lot of songs were really basic and the tunes are really catchy. And, that sounds fun, I mean, gosh, a lot of people find themselves through all the basic chords and riffs and all that jazz. So although the, the author of that article did mention that he did find the similarities, I still don't see it because just because what just because I don't well one Sam Smith didn't even know who Tom Petty was, and he didn't really know any of the songs at the time, and two, I don't know, now I'm conflicted now because it's like Tom Petty was the original writer for those songs and he darn well knows how those songs go. I mean, doesn't anyone? I mean, seriously. And so I don't know. I think, quite frankly, I think it's just misjudgment on Tom Petty's part. I think, I mean, I won't back down and I will stand my ground. Stay with me. I mean, yeah, okay, the dun, dun, dun. I get that, but I don't think there's much to it, to be honest with you guys. I really don't. But other than that, I think it's I mean, yes, I okay, sure. I mean, yes, sure. Um, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers were caught red-handed. A bunch of other artists were caught red-handed, but you know what? Um, I think I tend to think, well, yeah, Caitlin, where are you thinking? I tend to think Sam didn't mean it, but I think it maybe caught by surprise of how similar that course is to I Won't Back Down. And I totally understand um that there could be similarities, but I think it was just overblown. Really, I don't think there wasn't any. It was a shame that there was money involved to settle it, but really, I mean, come on, it's like I get it, but I don't think. I think for any artist to plagiarize, I'm serious, it's by the style of the lyrics. No, it's like if you copy the lyrics, etc. So we'll see. You just never know. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that was actually fair to sell in court? You think, or they Tom Petty could have let it go? I think it could have been let go. I think Sam, partially because too, Sam Smith had no idea who he was. And honestly, I don't see any similarities. What about you guys? Do you guys see any similarities? Because I don't that much. Maybe just the dun, 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 I won't back down. Yeah, but I won't back down. It's a little bit different than stay with me. No, let me know in the YouTube comment section what you guys think. All right, well, so it's time to give my mom her medication, so I thought I'd pop on for a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, everything's good. I'm great, and yeah, I'll keep you all posted. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll be talking about band artists. They're back. They started in the '90s. Of all things, I really like them. They're a British band. They're really good, very good. And so their second to last album was probably my favorite one. Then we'll discuss that on Friday. So till then, take care, guys. Stay safe. Have fun. Don't have too much fun. I should talk. But seriously, enjoy what you have because time changes, time flies. Enjoy what you have, love what you do, love others, and forgive those who have hurt you. All right, take care, guys. Bye.